say that I'm opening naukri.com. Naukri, naukri.com. So if you'll open this site, you have to observe something like there are pop-ups at the first page. So here we cannot see, yeah. Now this is for location, still in the process. Let's do it by automation so that in normal settings I have disabled, but for by default setting you can get this. Let me design one program so that I can explain you via some examples. Let's create one package. August. Package name always should be start from like a small letter. Taking August. Package name. Right click. New class. I am giving multi window handle. I'm just clicking on public static void main part, clicking on finish. So removing this, you might have to use system.setProperty, but for my case I have already set up the path system.setProperty, and I'm using here Firefox, so I will use webdriver.gecko.driver over here, and path I will have to provide where I have kept, say that I have kept here in my C drive driver and browser driver. You can see over here I have placed all the browsers drivers in the common folder, and right click, properties, just copied it, path has been copied, coming back to my program, just pasting it, and it should be in double quotes, so I'm going to put double quotes over here. Closing should be also in double quotes, and at the end semicolon is required, and single slash should be double slash. Fine. So like something problem has been occurred in my program, that's why it is showing error. Okay, let's try, otherwise I will copy it somewhere else, no problem. Here one thing I would like to give you, since you have given the concept of class variables, so what you can do, you can see, no, I have not given you the concept of the static, because like for the static, but anyhow we'll take here a static web driver. This is like one way of creating variable in class level, and I'm putting here a static. Why a static? Because main is a static method. I want to use WebDriver into main, so a static method can access only static variables, so that why I have to use a static. See, there is some problem, it's occurring in my program. Let's copy this code, and I'm going to design one more new package over here. No, new project I am designing. Said that demo 1 2 3. Just for testing purpose I am designing, so it doesn't require due to some error has occurred. See, I have designed one project and right click, properties, Java build path, add external jars. I have kept my all jar files in a common folder. You can see over here in drivers, like Selenium 3.4. This is the first file I have added. Again going lib, select all the jars have been added. This is having error. Now this is my project ready. In SRC I will click on new package August 2017. I'm giving the name like that. Right click, new class, pop up, HANDLE handle. Just pasting here, and whatever the extra things are, I will remove that. I don't require this because I am already having. So you can see over, it is also showing error. Save could not be complete. Some characters result. Select first character. Think there is some issue. Don't shape. Think there is some issue with my Eclipse, so that's why it is not allowing me. Again opening it. Yeah, now it's working fine. See, I have to rewrite my code. No problem. I'm giving you the concept of a static little bit, but somehow in the coming session I'm going to take a good class on static keyword. As of now, you can understand, since I'm designing one static variable, I have to use that variable in my static methods, and that variable I am deciding outside the static method. So the outside variable should be static to use inside the static method. I'm designing in this way. This is a new technique, like you can use this in your project. Web driver. So you can see over here, I have already designed. Now my design part is ready. So this is called reference variable. As of now, I have not created any object. So my reference variable type is ready. And now I'm going to use this reference variable into my main method. Here what I have to write, driver is equal to new Firefox driver. I will have to add this package here. You can see this is package and this is class because it is coming out from outside the package. And for you, I don't need to set the system path, but for you guys, you will have to set up the system part via system class, system.set property in WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. In double quotes you will have to write like that, and here the path should be there. So there is one another way, where you can create the path. Say that I am taking the path string path equal to, in double quotes I will provide the path and I will pass this as a variable over here. Like old techniques you have already seen, this is the new which you can use in your project. So it is saying that because it is outside the class, so it is saying that change the path to static. So now it is a static variable. Why it is a static? Because this is a static method. You can see this is public static void. To access any variable from outside the static method, you need to design that variable should be static. So in that case, it will allow. And when I will take like some class on a static keyword in Java, you will come to know what will happen. As of now, you can see since static method can access only static members. So whatever the variables I am going to use inside the main, that should be static. Fine. You can also put like driver this also into some kind of a string and you can pass it as a variable. Now my design part is ready and I will have to provide the path. So path I am copying it from here in my local repository. You can see over here I have kept all the browsers driver into a single folder, and there is one trick, like you can right click via shift key. First press the shift key and then do the right click. You will get the option copy as path. You can see here copy as path. So this is one trick you can use for getting the path. I am just pasting the path over here. You can see it's double. It is not required as of now. It's fine. So my path is ready. I can also put this into a string type variable. This is also good idea because somehow if anything changes, you have to change only at one place and that change would be reflected over here. So whatever the web elements you required, just put all the web elements at a common place and use it multiple times. Maybe somehow if there is any changes in the web element, you only required to update at a single place. I'm using here string driver path or driver keyword is equal to, and I'm pasting it, giving semicolon, and it should be also static because I am going to use it inside the main. And what I'll do, I will just copy this and I will paste it here. Fine. So this is my design part is ready. I will arrange it, Control A, Control Shift A. So whatever the spaces, extra spaces were there, gone. Formatting has been done. Now I will open Naukri.com, driver.get, and manually I have opened this site. I've just copied the URL and pasting it here. What you can do, you can also create one variable for that, so that would be good concept. Again, I will do that, no problem. First let me try this to show you something. Going to open it. When you will open the Naukri.com site, you will have to observe something like what is going to happen. My browser has been launched and Naukri.com has been opened. So you can see over here like there are multiple windows coming. Fine, it's a part of browser. This is one window, this is one window, this is one window. So if this is the case, so how you are going to handle this multiple window concept? So this is called pop-up handling or window handling in Selenium. To handle this thing via Selenium code, there is one method called get window handles. Fine. Get window handle and get window handles. There are two methods. I will show you all the methods today one by one. And there would be one more concept coming into the picture, that is SET, set. You have seen the concept of list in Java, and list you have used for find elements. Today we are going to see the concept of SET, set in Java. So we are coming to that part. Let me come here. I've just explained like how it is going to work. Now what I want to do, when I will open Naukri.com, I will automatically get these two pop-ups. I will move to this window. I will print the title of this window onto the console, and after that I will close this window. Fine. Or I will print the title of this window one by one. Again I will move to this window and I will print the title of this window, and somehow if I need, I will close the window or maximize the window, so that any operation you can perform whatever you require, so that it is coming in this size. Fine. This is also coming in this side. If I want to click on maximize, then I want to perform some close operation, I can do all such things. So we can do multiple operations. First we need to switch from one window to next window. So we will also see some of the new methods over here. See, there is one method, driver dot get window handles. This is the method. It will give you the list of all the windows. Fine. And if you want to store it somewhere, fine. If you want to store it somewhere, you can see the return type of get window handles is set of a string, set of a string. So if you want to store it somewhere, you can store it somewhere, like all windows equal to. I'm giving name like that, and it is like coming in red symbol. So you have to create a type of local variable here. So you can see over here, it's a set of a string. So what is a set in Java? So set is bit similar to list, but it can contain unique elements only. Fine. So set is a type of interface in Java. Set is an interface type in Java which can contain only unique elements inside it. Fine. But since we are using it via get window handles, so it is returning the Windows ID. So Windows ID are basically a string type. So this is called generic implementation. Generic, it means it will only contain string type elements. If you will remove this set of a string, then also it will work. But what it was coming, it was called generic implementation. Generic, there is a keyword in Java, or like there is a term in Java, you can say, not keyword, that is called generic. Generic means you are defining the type of elements which is going to be stored in this variable type. So we are restricting that it will only store a string type variable. Otherwise in set it is allowed that we can have like integer value, string value, double, float, all such things are allowed. But as of now I am restricting that it is only capable of handling string elements. Fine. And it will only contain unique elements. So set is not going to contain duplicate values. And one thing about set, that if you are going to print the values of set, so that time the order is not maintained. That time the order is not maintained. For list, like it can have duplicate values. Fine. But for set, it will only contain unique elements. And one thing else, like null is also allowed in set. Null is also allowed in list 2, but duplicate nulls are allowed. But in case of sets, one null value is allowed. So this is called uniqueness. Fine. So what I will do here, you will have to learn about few new things. That this is my type of variable, and via this variable and dot operator, you will see lot of things. Just I'm keeping it here, and via dot operator you can see the concept of iterator. Iterator is used to traverse the list or set. It was also present in the terms of, you can say, list, which you have earlier seen, and here also it is present. So I'm going to place like semicolon, and the return type of iterator is iterator. So you can store it somewhere in the type of iterator, and you will create local variable. You have just seen, like it is also type of a string. Fine. So what I will do, I will try to traverse the window one by one. So how I am going to do that? So via iterator you can traverse from one window to another. So iterator has some methods. Via iter you can see, now this is the variable, it is coming from here. Dot. Just try to explore what are the methods present over here. So you can see next, has next, remove. Some methods are coming from object that you can ignore, but the basic methods which are present here, you can see next, has next, remove. Remove, it means remove all. Whatever the value you are going to provide, that will be removed. This is part of object, 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 so leave it. Object you can leave, and this is also one method for each remaining. So whatever it is required, we can see how we are going to use that. So there is one method like next. So this is very important. First we will learn the concept of next. So what it will do, it will return you the ID. Fine. It will return you the ID, and it will traverse to the next window, or next ID you can see. So this via next you can get the ID, and you can traverse to the next IDs which is present in the type of set, because it's iterator. Iterator means for traversing from one position to next position. So via next method you can traverse. Fine. So what I will do, I will first get the concept of parent window. Parent window is equal to window window, and I will have to define the type. You can see, because it is containing only string, so the return type of iter.next is a string. And since here we are knowing that we have three windows, as you have seen, when I opened this via automation, like two other pop-ups were there. So I can easily count, oh, it is only containing three windows. So I can get the, you can say, child 1, child window 1. Again define the variable, it's also the string type. Again I'm going to get one more, say that child window 2. That's fine. I think for this program or for Naukri.com, it is fine. Fine guys, so we have got the IDs, and via these IDs we can traverse and do the respective operations. Hello. Just let me check one thing. uh, Hello, hi all, am I audible? Can you hear me? I think there is some, yeah, okay, that's fine. I was thinking like that I was getting disrupted by like network issues. So fine guys, till here the concept is that you have to, what I did, I just got the ID of all the windows. Fine. And ID is required to switch from one window to another window. So this was basic concept. This was like very early concept which you already know or might not be knowing, but I tried to somehow explain. This was like concept that set, one more concept was there, so I explained the set. And iterator is basically to iterate from one window to another window, like get the id. So via next you can get the id, and I have stored those ids into my local variables, and via these local variables I can switch to those windows and I will perform the operations. So what I'll do, I will first write driver dot switch to method dot window, and here you have to pass the id on which window you want to switch. Say that you are already on parent window, and the first concept you are already on the parent window, and now you want to switch to the child window one. Fine. And you want to print the title, driver dot get title, sorry, driver dot get title. So it is going to print the title on the console. Then I will do driver dot window, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. So these operations are for the child window 1 because I have used child window 1, and after maximizing I want to switch to the child window 2. So what I will do, I will just copy this and I will paste it here, and I will change the ID. Again you want to switch to parent window. So what we'll have to do, we have to just copy this code. Fine. Sorry, parent window. You just need to copy and paste it here. And what we will do, we will try to run this code, because till here you must be like thinking of some practical explanation. So I'm going to do that. So we have got some error like WebDriver exception, failed to find with field. Just check. Line number 39, pop-up handle. So for this it is okay. Let me just comment. Then we will try to run this code again. Think we can print the IDs. That would be better. Hello.
Wait statement is needed.
Sorry?
I mean, any wait statement is needed here.
We will try to look into that, because as of now I'm trying to run the code and see how it is going to work. As of now it seems fine. No error has come till now. And it is not printing as well. What we can do, we can also take the help of get window handle, and we will try to wait statement is applicable to find elements. So that is not we can put thread dot slip. We can put external kind of wait if it is required. Say that we can put over here thread, the thread dot slip, but it is, so this is like throws declaration we need to give here. You can see throws declaration is required, and we can also put it here. It was not required, I guess. I think might be issue with Firefox, because nowadays I'm facing some issues with Firefox. Same code is working fine in different browser. We will see if it is not going to work on Firefox. Then we will try to. Okay, okay, got it. We missed SYSO. This I will copy and paste it here. Fine. Okay. Let me run again so that we can see whether the code is working fine or not. See, you can see over here all three titles are printed. So one by one we are going to print all the titles. So this is one way, and we will see it in different ways too. Like you can store the ID of parent window via one method that is called get window handle. Say that you are using driver dot get window handle, like find element there was. So this is going to give you the ID of parent window. I am taking here p window is equal to, fine. So if you will print, you will get the ID. Hello. So this is one way to get the ID of parent window, and via this you can print the IDs. I'm going to print all the IDs so that you will come to know. Show. What I'll do, I will print this ID. Fine. And I will also print the list. What I'll do, I will copy this code and I will pass all the IDs over here. So this will print you the single window ID like parent window ID, and this will print you all the list of ID. So I'm going to print once again. We'll perform some more operations. You can see, like I will find out why maximize was not working properly. You can see like browser has been launched, page has been opened. And when you come to this, you can see over here, this is my console. Like IDs are coming as 13, 13, 27, 37, and these are the titles. So titles I have printed in this way, and there is one method driver.switch2.default that is also applicable to switch to the parent window. We'll try to use that method over here. Driver.switch2.default content. You can see default content, what it does. It basically travels to the parent window. This element neither document has not given, but we will try. What I will try to print the title after switching. So how it is going to work, you can get the concept. This is being widely used into the terms of frame, but this is like to switch to the parent window. Driver.switch2.default content. So today we have learned lot of methods. Access के लिए. So driver dot due to line number, it is again okay. So why it is coming now? I'll tell you. Like since I have used here next, so that's why it is like traversing. Fine. We will see this concept later because this like widely used in terms of frame and switching to the parent window. As of now, I am like putting all into the comments. Till here, I'm putting all the things into the comment. We'll see some concept of loop, and via loop we can also traverse. So we have iter, fine. So iter, via iter we can traverse the loop, and iter has like type of iterator. So via iterator you can traverse the loop. You don't know while loop, right? So fine, no problem. We'll try to explain while loop first, then I'll try to explain that thing because that is also a good concept. And for this, like today, it's fine. This more operations I'll see. What are the more operations? We can get the size. We can get the size that I missed. Like you can print the size. Fine. CISO, like how many items are there or count of windows are there, you can get via dot size. You can print. You can see over here size is coming as 3 due to this line of code, because rest of things I have commented. I will try to use maximize. Why it is not working? Let me check. Once again, it should work. Because I have tried, it was working. It is already maximized, so that is fine for this line of code. I will try once more, and if it is not going to handle like this, we'll try with later on. I'll come back to you on this, like why it is not working. Maximize code.
Hello? Hello?
This is working, but this is not switching from one window to another window, and my code is failing. You can see over here. This is not working. Failed to find the width field. I will get back to you on this part. Otherwise, like it is working fine, and we can do one thing, like at the end we can close all the window. So we will see here driver.quit. There is one method, like if there are multiple windows opened by same driver instance, or which you can handle via same driver instance, you can simply use driver.quit. It will close all the windows. Let me first manually close previous windows, so that you should able to understand. Like you can see there were a lot of windows opened. Lot of windows were open earlier. Let me close first all the windows, then I will run the code. Fine. So I have used driver.quit, and you will see how it is going to work. Firefox has been launched. Knocker.com is going to open. Now it's open, and pop-up arrived, and at last I'm performing driver.quit. So that's fine, it is working fine. Driver.quit. The browser, all the windows of the same instance has been like automatically closed. So thank you guys, thank you for joining this section. That's all for today. I'll try to no, not all for today. I will try to explain one more topic that was pending. I was checking like previous sessions, and I found that I missed that topic. So I'm going to explain that topic as of now. Let's have a close example. I am going to this is my code. Fine. Right click, copy, right click, paste, and I am going to use value demo. So let me first manually explain what I want to do. Say that I have opened facebook.com. Fine. And I have printed some value in that field. Manually I have entered some value and I want to get that value onto the console. I want that value to be printed onto the console. What I have entered via like my script, or you can say automation script. So how I am going to do that? You will first have to inspect the element. Let me inspect the element so that I'll explain what is going to happen in the behind. When you will inspect the element, you will find like this is the tag name, this is the attribute value. You will find or not found there should be a field like value. Attribute should be a value, and value is containing only those values which is present during runtime. So whatever the value that is present during runtime, if you want to print that value, so there is one trick like via that you can achieve. Say that this is not required, it's also not required, so I'm removing all this codes from this. I'm using like facebook.com Facebook. Fine. And let me get the ID of this field. Right click, inspect in FirePath. I'm getting absolute. Let me turn it off. Again, right click, inspect in FirePath. Now I got the ID. Just taking this ID. Driver.find element by is a class dot xpath is a method, that is a static method of the Pi class, and in the double quotes just pass those values. Via dot you can perform like send keys and type something like my Facebook. I'm just passing. Fine. Let me first run this code. What is going to happen? Just check whether it is working fine or not. Just okay, I changed in this. I have to change in this, but I have changed in previous one. Okay, no problem. I will rename it later, no problem. See, this is working fine, and now my task is whatever the value I have given here via send keys, I want to print that value onto the console. And like how I'm going to do that? So there is one like method via which you can achieve that. Simply copy this, not required to write more, and via dot get attribute, and in that you will have to pass value. Fine. Simple. And you can store it somewhere. You can see over here the get attribute return type is string, so you can easily store it somewhere like string str is equal to this way. Fine. And I want to verify whether the string is containing a particular value or not. So if str dot contains, already I have given a session on contents like how it is going to work, and I am passing like case sensitive my Facebook. What I want to do, I want to just check whether my expected result is equal to actual result or not. Shisho expected is as the actual, else expected is not as per the actual. See, I have used contains. So contains is basically checking like whether my particular string is present into that or not. So whatever, like I am giving here my Facebook and I have changed the cache. So although my string is same, but like it will compare and it will find that it is not present. So in that case, my result should be this. Going to run, just see. You can generate test case. You can start generating test case like actual result, expected result. You can. Now I have printed over here. See, expected is not as per the actual. Let me first print here. CShow. First I will print it somewhere so that you will come to know. Now again. So this is like actual value. This is like actual value. Whatever the value it is like returning, this is actual value. And this is my like test case verification, whether my test case is pass or not. And later on via assert class, you can also make your test case pass or fail, but that is like later session. As of now, you will have to use if condition. So via if condition, you can check whether your expected result is as per the actual or not. Fine. And now what I'm going to do, I am just making the string as same. Now see what will the result. I have changed like case is same, string is same and case is also same. See. Whatever the actual value was present, you can see here. It was present my Facebook. So it is going to give my Facebook due to this because this has been stored in str and I'm printing the value of str over here. So I'm getting this value onto the console and now I am comparing whether my Facebook is containing my Facebook or not. You can do one thing like contain, you are using contains method. So you can pass some partial text. Partial text means it means like some part of text you can also pass and just check whether it is going to work or not. So contains is a very good method which basically works on any string in between. See, my Facebook has been printed over here and here I'm getting the actual result like my Facebook and it is comparing now coming as expected is as the actual. So this is all about like today's session. Thank you guys. Thank you. And I have recorded. I will also share this session. Fine guys. Thank you.